Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a slasher horror film from 1987, and that movie is The Stepfather. This movie follows a kind of traditional American family man who marries widows and divorced women with children in search of the perfect family, and when they don't end up being the perfect family, his like dream of having the perfect family starts to crumble, and he kills them, alters his appearance, and goes to another town and marries someone else. In this film, he marries Susan Maine, who seems like the ideal surrogate. He seems like the ideal kind of stepfather for her teenage daughter, Stephanie. But he begins killing again when Stephanie proves to be too much of a troublesome teenager for him. The film opens with credits and a shot of a scruffy, bearded guy with blood on him, washing off the blood. He cuts his hair, shaves his beard, and leaves the home with a packed bag before we see his entire family murdered. The man leaves town. Well, the man kind of skips out, and um, then the film skips ahead a year later. The girl heading home before Susan, the mother, and Stephanie, the daughter, get in a kind of like fight, I guess, kind of just playing fight. Um, Jerry arrives at the home with a box that has a dog in it. Stephanie is happy to have to get a new dog and heads inside thanking Jerry. The couple go into their home. Next, Stephanie's in session with her psychologist, talking about how she hates her stepfather and her real father for dying and leaving her. We then skip ahead to a fight in class between Stephanie and some blonde girl. Um, Jerry, as it turns out, is a real estate agent. Stephanie's expelled from school when she breaks the news to her parents. They aren't really mad, but after dinner, Jerry heads to the basement and cuts pieces of wood with a circular saw. Kind of eerie, if I do say so myself. Um, Steph and Susan have a little girl-to-girl chat. Everybody's preparing for bed. The couple have sex while Stephanie is stuck in her room listening to music. Um, these two guys pull up at the house where the previous murder was committed, one of them being related to one of the victims, and the other one being a reporter, his friend. And he wants, and like, um, the relative, he says, uh, he says, well, if this guy was somewhere around, um, here, he would be in this general area, um, which I gotta say is kind of cool. It's kind of a cool little thing. Um, so there's a barbecue. Jerry's holding it, and he makes an announcement about his anniversary of being a realtor. He reads the article that the reporter put up about the murderer possibly still being in the same area. Then he kind of freezes up while reading it. Steph goes to get the ice cream out of the basement and witnesses Jerry kind of acting crazy and talking to himself, claiming that he's just relieving stress. Stephanie is starting to think that Jerry is the man who killed the man who killed is the killer who got away. Steph's in session with her doctor, and he says that he will talk to Jerry, um, and when he calls, when Jerry receives something in the mail, a picture of himself when he had the beard when he murdered his ex-family. Um, he kind of hides it because he knew that the package was for Stephanie. She was trying to get a picture, trying to see if this guy was the same guy. So um, Jerry has another breakdown in the basement, muttering to himself, only to be interrupted by a call from the doctor, and he says he will not talk to the doctor. Um, the victim's relative talks to the police, and he gets a gun and information. He plans to get revenge, and Stephanie admits to her doctor that she is afraid of Jerry. So as the film goes on, will Stephanie not be afraid of Jerry ever? Will what's his name get revenge? And will Jerry have to kill every motherfucker around? Watch the film yourself. This is one of the many films I've always claimed to have seen but never got a chance to. I'm glad I finally got to see it. The acting is good along with the writing. It's a very cerebral kind of film, not for those who are looking for a low budget, badly acted and written, straightforward, ultra-violent slashathon B movie, because that's the exact opposite of what The Stepfather is. Um, really, it's just a not so violent like slasher film like Halloween, except this one's a little bit more violent than that. On the topic of violence, on the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like the Corpse Grinders and 10 being something like Brain Dead. This movie's a 3 or 4, just a bit of domestic violence and a stabbing or two. Nothing too bad. This is another one of those movies that I liked, and I don't really understand why I liked it. My hair's fucked up. I don't really understand why I liked it, but it's not an amazing film. It's a good movie. It's not great. It's not fantastic. It's not amazing. It's good. It's one of those horror flicks that's easy to suggest to really anybody because it doesn't have a lot of like kind of seedy content. It's a somewhat of a classy film, a bit more classy uh than something like The Wizard of Gore. Uh, but yeah, it's just a pretty cool, interesting film. Um, really, I think I might have to give it a 3.5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, somewhere in there. It's hard to decide which. Watch yourself, and you guys just try to enjoy the film. I enjoyed it a bit, quite a bit, and but it's not fantastic. Anyway, guys, I'm Biscuit Boo 69 signing off. Peace.
You're listening to a demo for